azares del destino o no, habéis llegado hasta mí. Bienvenidos a Mundo Gamer. Habla amigo y entra.
Hola a todos, sed bienvenidos, soy Huganeus y bienvenidos a Gothic 2 una vez más para continuar la historia donde la dejamos por última vez. Lo habíamos dejado en la torre de Shardas, habíamos vuelto del Valle de las Minas y habían pasado pues ciertas cosas con el tema de los buscadores que nos habían perjudicado de cierta manera. Bien, habiendo vuelto ya, nuestro objetivo es ir ahora a la ciudad de Khorinis. ¿Y qué tenía que hacer? Ah, sí, vale, hablar con Lord Hagen, darle la carta que nos han dado del Valle de las Minas y nos mandará a buscar el ojo de Inos al santuario. Al monasterio, perdón, al santuario. Vale, voy a hacer un pequeño corte aquí porque voy a bajar ahora a la zona donde estaba antes Lester a ver si hay algo nuevo. Si no, pues volvemos igualmente al camino y el corte ya será rapidito.
The thing with the plants for Constantino worked like a charm. It got me past the city guards.
Just like I said. You should listen to me once in a while, my friend.
You didn't look all that hot.
These headaches just won't stop. There's something brewing. I think I'll have a rest first.
Hey!
Bien, aunque abajo no había nada, fijaos que acabo de poder robar un bolsillo que es difícil. Por lo tanto, los que dicen arriesgado, debería ser fácil ahora poder robarlo. Cuando vayamos a la ciudad de Khorinis, aprovecharemos que estamos ahí para abrir las 6 torres... Coño, por aquí no era. Para abrir las 6 torres de la ciudad y lootear pues lo que tienen dentro. Que a ver, tampoco es que sea la panacea, pero bueno, es una manita hecha. Uf, no veáis lo duros que están los putos buscadores por la cara. O sea, no recuerdo yo, la última vez que jugué a Gothic 2 fue hace muchísimo tiempo, pero no recuerdo que estuvieran tan duros, tío. También te digo que la última vez seguramente me habría hecho una build de fuerza y metería mucho más daño con las armas, por lo que me sería más fácil matarlos, pero joder, qué pasada. Bien, ya vamos ya llegando a Khorinis, estamos por la granja de Lobart. No podemos usar los altares para rezar, pero bueno, ya vamos llegando.
Any new developments in the last few days?
Just go down the path to the city. If you run into a fellow with a black robe, then you'll know what's new.
Have the Black Robes come to see you yet?
Yeah, they've been here for a few days. If you ask me, they come straight from hell.
How are your sheep?
As if that would interest you at all. You have other problems.
My problems? What would you know about that?
Do you belong to the city guard or not? Then do something about these black robe bastards.
Hey, watch your mouth, buddy.
All you can do is talk big. The best thing would be if you went away.
Well, don't get all worked up.
Beat it.
How's your farm?
I can't stand it anymore. All of a sudden, these fellows in black hoods showed up and posted themselves on the road, and on my farm. Short time later, my wife took deathly ill again. She spends most of the time just lying in bed. And that happens to her frequently. I'm falling apart here.
Have you talked to the men in black?
Sure. There was no way to prevent it. I think they're looking for someone.
Why don't you do anything about those black robes?
Well, I'd surely love to, but I saw how they burned one of the townspeople alive. Just like that. Why should I risk my life?
Why don't you take your wife to the healer?
We ought to go to the city to see Vatras about it. but I won't budge an inch from my farm as long as things are so chaotic here.
Hey! Aren't you feeling well?
No, not at all. I've got this awful fever again. I should really go and see the town healer, but I'm too weak for that.
Can I help?
It would be wonderful if you could go to Vatras and get me my medicine. He'll know what is to be done. I can't do it anymore.
Hey! Hey! And how's it going for you?
Those black-hooded bastards are everywhere. Someone ought to stuff their hoods down their throats.
Bien, como podemos ver, a Lobar le están molestando los tíos de las túnicas negras. ¿Este quién es? Cavalor. Anda, bien, me preguntaba dónde estaba.
Are you looking for something?
Is it that obvious? Yes, I have an assignment from the water mages to look for some lost ornament.
That's convenient. I have the same assignment from Nefarious.
So you belong to the Ring of Water.
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
I'm glad. Then I don't have to do this alone.
Have you already found an ornament?
I found the place where we should find one. This stone circle could be one of those structures that Nefarious described. Now, we just have to find the mechanism we're supposed to look for.
I was at your hut in the Valley of Mines.
So it's still standing. Did you find it?
If you mean your pouch with the lumps of ore. Yes, I have it.
You're a fox. You know that. Do you have it with you? I'll give you 100 gold coins for it.
Sure.
Terrific.
Why did you leave it there in the first place?
I had no idea that ore was so valuable here in Khorinis. For one measly piece of ore, you couldn't get so much as a place to sleep back in the penal colony. In the harbor city, they'll practically bash your skull in if they find out you have ore on you. I hope that I'll get it back soon.
Give me 100 gold coins,
Bien,
and I'll
500 de
give you your
experiencia, no
ore
está
back.
mal.
Deal. Here you go. You're a real friend. Thanks a lot.
I want to learn.
Sure.
A ver, que enseñaba armas y arco. Vale. Bien. El tema de los círculos de piedra. Cada círculo de piedra tiene unos 3 interruptores escondidos alrededor de las piedras. Vamos a ver. Uno. Creo que eran 3, ¿eh? Dos. Y sabréis que lo habréis hecho bien cuando empiece, mira aquí, a temblar el suelo. Ese es. Ya le dimos caña ahí a unos interruptores, ¿y ahora qué?
Hey! I tried the mechanism. It doesn't do anything at all.
Then Lobart's farmers were right. They said that one of them had already played around with the stones here. A stone sentinel appeared out of nowhere and attacked them. The farmers called the militia. The militiamen called the paladins, who came and destroyed the monster. I've already searched the whole area. If there was an ornament here, the paladins have it now.
Then I'll go to them and demand the ornament back.
All right, I'm going to the city now. We'll meet again in Vatrices.
Vale, pues entonces es eso, que por lo visto apareció el centinela de piedra, lo vencieron creo que los milicianos sí, los de la milicia, y se quedaron con el ornamento. Entonces, pues nada, habrá que ir a la ciudad a recuperarlo. Bien. Por el camino nos vamos encontrando a los tíos de las túnicas negras. Son duros de matar los cabrones, pero bueno, vamos a ver si... primero, si aprendo a hacer las pociones... Mira, aquí hay otro encima, vamos a guardar. Si aprendo a hacer las pociones que me suban la fuerza. Y segundo, a ver si también aumento mi eficacia en combate a una mano. Bien, vale, ya nos hemos cargado. Joder, es que habían dos más, tío. O sea, se complica bastante cuando aparecen tantos en tan poca distancia. Llegamos por fin a Khorinis. Ahora es cuando podemos empezar a robar los bolsillos de todo el mundo muy fuertemente. A ver. Nada. Vamos a hacer un pequeño recorte porque voy a robarle los bolsillos a todo Kiski. Y venimos ahora.
Good thing you're here. You need to help me.
What kind of clothes are these?
I bought them from a trader outside of town. The guards wouldn't let me in at first. Also, there's no need to let the whole world know where I come from.
You've got a point there.
That's the way I see it. But even though I've dumped my shadow garb, I'm still who I always was. And I have big plans for this city.
What is this about?
A lot of things have changed since I left here. I have to get back on my feet somehow.
What's the problem?
I have to get into the upper quarter, but I'm not a citizen of the town, and I don't have enough money to bribe the guards. That's where you come in.
So you want me to lend you some gold?
Nonsense. I've got some gold. A whole lot of gold, even. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. You need to go fetch my gold for me.
Okay, I'll help you.
Well, listen. Back when the barrier was still in place, I hid a small treasure. It's been quite a while. That's why I forgot to take it with me. And I can't leave here at all at the moment. To cut a long story short, you must go to the Valley of Mines for me and fetch my gold.
Where's the gold hidden?
Directly at the trading square, above the abandoned mine. It's in a leather satchel. Spare yourself that comment. I know myself that we must have walked right past it. Just bring me the bag. But don't forget to check that it's the right one, so you don't walk all that way for nothing.
How can I recognize it?
It's full of gold. A whole lot of gold.
I'll try to find your gold.
Just do it. That's enough for me.
How's business?
Lousy. Somebody should have told me that Khorinis has gone to the dogs in the meantime.
That's no news. I've only known the city like this.
You should have seen it a few years ago. You would have liked it then.
Joder, casi nada. El digo que vaya al Valle de las Minas a buscar su puta bolsa. En fin. Ahora seguimos.
Since the I hope that will ease up once they've hanged.
Show.
I agree with you completely.
Has anything except
The entire city is abuzz with it. Do you remember Lothar, the paladin?
maybe?
Anyway, he's dead. Murdered out in the street. They're blaming the mercenaries, of course.
It's all just gossip.
Hey, you!
Thanks for saving.
I'm looking for new recipes for potions.
Do you have any previous experience with alchemy?
Yes, I do.
Yet you are still alive. Those aren't bad qualifications. I think I can tell you a few formulations. It depends, of course, on what you want to know.
What recipes can you teach me?
I know a few. Make your own choice.
Bien, Constantino es que nos enseña el elixir de fuerza y el elixir de curación. Perfecto.
Creating an elixir of healing takes quite a bit of experience. You need healing roots and meadow knotweed.
Vale. Fin. Me quedan 3 puntos. Bueno, tengo que subir 2 niveles para poder aprender el elixir de fuerza. Importante. Ese será nuestro objetivo. Desde que subamos 2 niveles, ir a mejorar eso y conseguir la poción de fuerza.
Valentino was unable to pay his bar tab last night. He was blathering something about having been robbed and paying me later. Really?
And what did you do?
Well, I gave him a good thrashing. What else?
Show me.
The mercenary Smith Bennett.
Can you make me a prophecy?
Yes. Time has progressed, and I shall give you a prophecy in return for a few coins.
How much?
For a paltry 250 coins. I shall risk a glance through time for you.
Tell me about the future.
All right, son of knowledge. I shall now enter a state of trance. Are you ready? Who shall force what is nobody's destiny but yours? Through fire and snow, through ice and flames, men in foreign armor, a swamp, lizards, they await you. That's all. There's nothing more I can see.
Bien, está claro que la profecía indica lo siguiente que voy a hacer. 600 de experiencia no está nada mal. Si os fijáis, estoy haciendo cortes para robar bolsillos, porque es que sale muy rentable a nivel de experiencia robar bolsillos. Mira, ¿ves? Es que, joder, 170 de experiencia y cada vez es más. ¿Ves? Cada vez da más experiencia, o sea, sale súper rentable. Bien, vamos a hablar ahora con los mercaderes de aquí, luego con Lord Hagen, después con Batras. No, luego con Lord Andre, luego Batras y luego Lord Hagen.
How's it going?
You don't look like you care about other people's worries in the least.
Well, that depends.
That depends on how much there is to be had, you mean? I can't use the likes of you around here.
Bien, con este nivel de destreza debería ser capaz de poder quitarle la llave a Peck. A ver. Perfecto. Es que por cada robo ya son 180 de experiencia y va subiendo. O sea, es una pasada. A lo tonto vas a ver que subiré de nivel enseguida. Vale, vamos a hablar ahora con Lord Andre. A ver qué buenas nuevas hay. A ver si este se le puede robar algo. Sí. Mira, un nivel.
What about Bennett, the blacksmith?
You mean the mercenary? He is sitting in jail where he belongs.
Can I talk to him?
Certainly. Just go in. But if you try to help him escape, you will be in for it.
I was in the Valley of Mines and saw the dragons. I have a letter from Commander Garand that confirms everything I said.
That'll interest Lord Hagen. You had better go directly to him.
How's the situation in town?
Everything is under control. Carry out your assignments.
How come you're in the slammer?
Those swine have thrown me in the hole. I'm supposed to have murdered a paladin. But I didn't do it. They're only trying to frame me.
Why would they do that?
How would I know? You've got to get me out of here. Talk to Lord Hagen. Tear down the wall. Who cares? Just do something.
What happened?
I went downtown with Hodges to buy some supplies for our boys. Suddenly we heard a loud scream and the sound of running feet.
Get to the point.
We knew at once that something had happened and that they would grab us at once if they saw us there. We ran like hell, then just before we got to the city gate, I tripped and sprained my ankle. The rest is soon told. The militia was on me at once and they threw me straight into this hole.
Who was murdered?
I have no idea. One of the paladins. I don't know them.
Have you got a name?
Some Lothar, I think. Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure. You had better ask Lord Hagen. He knows all the details.
Do they have any evidence against you?
They say they have a witness who recognized me.
Well, do you know who the witness is?
No, all I know is that he's lying.
Who's leading the investigation?
Lord Hagen himself. Since the victim was one of the paladins, this falls under martial law.
What does that mean?
That's easy to guess. If I don't get out of here, they're going to let me swing without further ado. You've got to help me or there'll be a war. Lee's not going to take this lying down. You can figure out for yourself what that means.
Vale. Vamos ahora a ver a Vosper, que tengo un montón de pieles que entregarle. Y iremos a hablar con Batras, que creo que ya he hablado con todos en el barrio este y en el barrio del puerto. Luego sería subir al barrio rico, quitarle la llave a Wambo, abrir las puertas de las torres, robar bolsillos y también hablar con Lord Hagen para avanzar más en la historia principal. Ahora mismo necesito bastante dinero y Vosper me va a dar una buena cantidad.
Where have you been gadding about for so long? I need more skins. Did you bring any?
I've got a few skins for you.
Wolf skin, that's good. A warg skin? Those beasts are tough. What the hell is this skin?
I ripped a troll off for that one.
That is worth a small fortune. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
Show me.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion. That's really not my problem.
Bien, creo que esta vez tengo un muy buen suministro de flechas. Mira, más 10 de destreza, no está mal. Vale.
How are things in town?
There's nothing new so far.
Ok. Vamos con Batras. Hay que avanzar en la historia de la expansión del anillo del agua. Que igual dejo un poco de lado la misión principal para dedicarme a ello porque me va a ayudar mucho a subir nivel.
About those missing people.
Yes?
I know where the missing people are.
What have you found out?
A man named Raven dragged them off to a remote part of Khorinis.
What makes you so sure?
I read his orders. He's got the local bandits working for him. Here.
Good. You did a great job. I had feared that we might have to resign ourselves to never knowing.
I've got another stone tablet for you.
Great! Here, take a few potions as a reward.
Lobart's wife Hilda is sick.
What? Again? The good woman should take better care of herself. One hard winter and she won't be with us anymore. All right. I will give her a medicine to reduce the fever. Oh, and while you're at it, you might as well drop it off with her.
¿Cómo? ¿Que acaba de decirme Batras que me beneficia a la hija de Lobart? ¿No era la mujer de Lobart? Era la hija. Juraría que era la mujer y que me la beneficie. What the fuck, Batras? ¿Qué cojones me acabas de recomendar? Joder, agüita. Sería muy difícil, esto no sé yo si podría hacerlo. Mejor luego lo intentamos.
I've got this feeling of trepidation.
You don't look well either. You were subjected to the black look of the Seekers for too long. All I can heal is your body, but only the monastery can purify your soul. Speak to Pyrakar. He will help you.
I am ready to join the Ring of Water.
So you delivered your message to Lord Hagen?
Yes, but he sent me to the Valley of Mines so I could get him proof of my words.
You must decide what you want to do next. To me, it was important that he should get the message. Now it's up to him to act, or to wait for your proof. As far as you are concerned, you have proven that you are indispensable to us. You shall be one of our children, and go forth into the world in our name to do the bidding of Adanos. I consign to you this ring of water. May it help you find your allies, and together with them, preserve the balance of this world. May Adanos protect you, and now, go and meet your brothers. They will await you in the tavern, the Dead Harpy, and accept you into our community. You probably know the tavern. It lies on the way to Onar's farm. Do not forget to wear your ring, so your brothers will recognize you as one of their own.
Bien, vamos a ponérnoslo de momento. A ver. Quitamos el de bonificación de maná. Y nos ponemos...
Adanos feared for the day in which the beast would return to the land.
Este de aquí, para cuando vayamos a lo de arpía feliz. Bien, ahora hablamos con Lord Hagen. Hay que entregarle el mensaje y hay que intentar que a Bennett lo saquen de la cárcel. Que me beneficie a la hija de Lobart. Toma ya.
Wait a minute.
A ver. Vale, Wambo tenía la última llave, si no recuerdo mal. Vamos a ver.
I've been to the Valley of Mines.
And? How's the situation there?
The mines are all depleted. There's barely more than a few chests full of ore. It's hardly worth digging for that.
That can't be true. That means I'm ruined.
Only Enos decides what's right or wrong.
Enos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
That was no big deal.
There was no big deal.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Tell me that isn't true.
Honestly,
Nobody ever
Hey,
asked for
you!
my opinion.
that's what I've always said.
Show me.
That's not what I heard. Don't tell this to anyone. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Don't tell this to anyone.
Hey!
Everybody knows by
You
now.
really didn't deserve that.
That's an open secret.
You just have to listen.
You didn't get that from me.
I can't take care of everything.
Show.
Vale. Creo que si me queda alguien por quitarle los bolsillos sería dentro del ayuntamiento. Es que ya, dentro de poco ya me empezará a 190, luego 200. Es una chetada que te dé tanta experiencia solamente por hurgar en los bolsillos. Aunque después tenga una mierda, como si tiene 5 de oro. Pero joder, se nota mucho la diferencia, tío. Vamos a ver aquí, que creo que aquí se podían robar unos bolsillitos más.
I am Cedric the...
Ajá. A ver este. Perfecto. A ver este. Bien. Vamos a ver arriba si de los personajes que hay aquí arriba a alguno se le puede robar algo. Como el Cornelius este o el otro. Míralo. Un diario. A ver qué le he robado. No, 20.000 de oro. No. Ah, mira, mira, mira. Así que este es el testigo. Dios mío, lo acabo de pillar. Estás jodido, Cornelius. Bien. Pues hora de hablar ahora. Hora de hablar ahora. A ver,
I thought you'd come to talk to Lord Hagen.
Relax, bro. A ver. Vale. Pues venga. Hora de hablar con Lord Hagen.
Hey.
I bring you news from Garand. Here, he gave me this message for you.
Our situation is worse than I had feared, but report to me on the situation in the Valley of Mines.
The paladins are holed up in the castle in the Valley of Mines, surrounded by orcs. There were many casualties in the prospecting operations, and there's barely any ore left. Well, I should say that without any help, the lads are lost. That's how it looks.
I shall find a way to rescue this expedition. You have done much for us. Inos will thank you.
I'm not all that interested in his gratitude. I want his eye.
Yes, of course, I stand by my word. Take this letter. It will open the monastery gates to you. Speak with Pyrokar, the highest fire magician, and show him this authorization. He will grant you access to the Eye of Inos. One more thing before you go. Take this rune as a token of my gratitude. It will take you safely back to the city whenever you want.
Bien, perfecto. Una runa para volver a la ciudad rapidito. Genial. Venga.
Cornelius lied.
How did you know that?
Here, I've got his diary. Everything's in there.
That slimy little criminal! In view of the new evidence, there is nothing else I can do. By virtue of the office granted me by king and church, I declare that the prisoner Bennett is exonerated of all charges and is thereby a free man. Cornelius is to be taken into immediate custody for perjury. Your deeds would give honor to one of our own.
I'm looking for a metal ornament. It should have been by the stone circle near Lobar's farm.
If you mean this thing here, we suspected that it might be a magical rune, but it turned out to be completely worthless. You can have it if you like. I have no use for it.
I want to take up service with the Order.
Good. You have proven that you have the courage, the skill, and the devotion to serve Inos. Your deeds bear witness to a pure heart. If it is your wish, then I shall bid you welcome to our order.
I'm ready.
Then so shall it be. Many men have taken this path and given their lives in the name of Inos. Do you swear that your deeds will honor their deaths and proclaim the fame of Inos?
I swear.
Then, from now on, you are a member of our fellowship. I hereby appoint you a warrior of Innos. I give to you the weapons and armor of a knight. Bear them with pride, knight. Henceforth, by virtue of your rank, you shall have access to the monastery. Albrecht will teach you our magic. Just go and talk to him. And of course, our quarters in the upper end of the city are now open to you.
Bien, perfecto.
How's the situation?
I must find a way to rescue this expedition. We must do something against the dragons. Perhaps the Eye of Innos can save us all now.
Tenemos ahora la armadura de paladín, que me interesaba mucho conseguirla porque, joder, 100, 50 y 25. O sea, qué burrada la diferencia, la armadura de caballero. Y no es la armadura de paladín, o sea, es una armadura de caballero. La de paladín es más cheta todavía. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Creo que me dieron una espada de paladín, me imagino. Pero ya tenía yo una, así que... nada. Vale, a ver.
Can you teach me something?
If you prove yourself worthy, I shall bestow the magic runes of the
Esto es muy
paladins
importante.
upon you. Beyond that, I can teach you to...
Am I worthy of receiving a rune?
As a sign of your rank, I bestow upon you the light the way for all those who... You must earn all other runes.
¿Puedo otra
Am I
más?
worthy of receiving...
Which way have you chosen? The way of healing or the way of battle?
De la batalla, claro.
I choose the path of combat.
You are not yet worthy of receiving the next spell for this...
Vale. Dejémoslo así de momento. Es que cuando eliges la del combate te dan una runa de hechizos de fuego que hace un montón de daño, te cargas a un montón de orcos con eso, en fin. Y subes un montón de nivel en el Valle de las Minas. Bueno, ya somos caballeros ya. Próximo paso, ser paladín, que la armadura está más chetada todavía. Bien, ahora vamos a hacer un pequeño corte para ir al monasterio. No, perdón, que corte del monasterio. Vamos a abrir las torres. Chavales, que me olvido. Vamos a abrir las 6 torres porque tenemos las 6 llaves. A ver qué hay aquí. Bien, como puedes ver, las ganzúas ya apenas se rompen. Por cierto, que me acabo de acordar, al ver las pociones le compré a Zurich una poción que aumenta más 5 mi maná máximo. Me viene de lujo. Ahora tengo 42 de maná, vale. Sí, y eso que me he quitado el anillo. Bien, joder. La otra torre. Vale. Esta lo que tiene es un mandoble ligero. Ok. La siguiente torre debería ser esta de aquí. Coño.
Hey, thanks, man. I mean, thank you, really. And there I was, thinking I'd never get out of here.
What are you doing here?
I got locked in. The door was open, and all I wanted to do was have a little look-see. But as soon as I was inside, the guard came and locked the damn door. This is, somewhat embarrassing.
I understand that wasn't exactly something to be proud of.
I think I need a drink.
Dios mío, qué risa. Vamos a de paso a robarle la bolsa. Uy, y aquí ni nada. Martillo de guerra pesado. Guay, guay. Qué risa, no me acordaba de que había un tío encerrado. Vale. Aquí está la cuarta torre. Una espada corta de caridad. Nada interesante. Y las dos últimas torres son por las que vamos a salir de la ciudad para irnos al monasterio, cerca de donde los mercaderes.
For the king.
Recordad que son 6 torres, cada una llave. Las llaves las tienen Pablo, el guardia que acabamos de dejar atrás, el guardia este de aquí, el Peck, el Wambo, creo que el que nos enseñaba tiros con la ballesta también tenía otra, Y creo que la última se conseguía en algún lado y no la tenía un guardia. Lo que no estoy seguro, no recuerdo en dónde era. Creo, si no recuerdo mal. Y si no, pues solo hay que buscar a los guardias con nombres propios y quitarles las llaves. Hay que subir bastante la destreza. Pero bueno, mira. No, a caballo regalado no le mires el diente. Vale. Bien, hagamos un pequeño corte y nos vamos al monasterio y venimos. Bien, estamos aquí en la puerta de... cerca de la taberna de la arpía roja, ¿vale? Aquí hay un teleportador que se puede utilizar. No lo usamos todavía, vamos ahora a la arpía roja. Que tengo puesto el anillo del agua. Y así me hacen el recibimiento a la hermandad. Vamos a ver si llego. Vale. Aquí estoy.
I heard that the ring is going to meet in your tavern.
That's right. They should be starting just about now. I wonder what's taking them so long.
Nothing amazes me anymore. The meeting is today.
Yes? Well, at least that's what I seem to recall. I hope it won't get so late again.
That will never change.
You listen to the wrong people.
Vale, ahí es a esa puerta. Seguro que va para esa puerta. Ya me preguntaba yo qué hacía, le he dicho esa puerta esa. Ah, mira Lares aquí. Ah, vale, los han teleportado a todos aquí. Lares, ¿quién más es? Cord. ¿Quién era Cord? Me suena, pero no sé. Gang. Ah. Cavalor. Y Martin. ¿Quién es Martin? Joder, macho. Hay cada personaje ahí que no tengo ni idea de quiénes son.
I couldn't care less.
That's been known a long time.
There's more, believe me.
I've gone about it differently.
All right, my young friend. We have come together here to celebrate your admission to the Ring of Water. The boys who are present here will keep an eye out for you from today on. Of course, there are others who also belong to the Ring of Water, so be careful. Whether you do us a service or mess things up, we are going to learn about it. Here, take the armor of our community. Wear it with pride, but never in town or in other inhabited areas. Remember, we must not be exposed. Nobody must therefore be told who the members of the Ring of Water are. Nobody talks about the Ring of Water. That's our foremost rule. Stick to it. Any more questions?
What about weapons then?
The weapon of the ring is the quarterstaff, but everyone uses whatever arms he is most comfortable with. Here's one of our staffs. I never really figured out how to use it, but maybe you can handle the thing.
There's nothing you can do.
What kind of help can I get from you?
I can show you how to become more dexterous. If you need help with wielding close combat weapons, talk to Cord. He is a master of the blade. Gon will gladly show you the proper way to gut animals. Martin can tell you a lot about the paladins. Cavalorn will teach you sneaking around, one-handed combat, and archery. Orlin will always have a warm chamber and a bed waiting for you. And for anything related to magic, talk to Vatras.
I've got to go.
Fine. Then don't let us keep you. Now go directly to Vatras and ask him to give you your first task. Brothers of the Ring. Let us now return to our duties. The bandit attacks are still going on. We must see to it that this menace is stopped. Adanos, preserve the balance of this world.
Ok, ya veo quién es cada uno, coño.
Welcome to the Ring of Water, brother.
Vale.
So you're the new fellow, eh? Welcome among us, brother of the ring.
Martin no era el borracho, no estoy seguro.
A fresh face in our midst.
I'll see you later.
Bueno, pues nada.
He never would have thought of that himself.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Vamos a ver.
You didn't know that.
Wait a minute.
Welcome to...
I could tell you.
La armadura del anillo del agua. Hostia. No te creo, tío.
The master wants your...
Joder, macho. Justo tuvo que venir uno ahora, tío. A ver. La armadura del anillo del agua es una caquita. O sea, no la voy a llevar puesta nunca. Pero está interesante todo este tema. Vale, ¿puedo robar bolsas que son muy difíciles? Esa es la pregunta.
Filthy thief,
No
just you
puedo.
wait.
Todavía no puedo, es increíble. A mí que tengo que llegar por lo menos a 90 de destreza o a 100, no sé. Ay, vale, a ver, el caso. El monasterio. Estamos cerca del monasterio. Hacemos un corte y venimos ahora.
Hey you. Ever been to the monastery?
Maybe. Why?
Are they still taking on people? I wouldn't know where else to turn.
Where do you come from?
I used to be captain of a big whaler, my boy. The sea is my home. My ship, the good old Magdalena, was sunk by pirates a few months ago, and now I'm stranded here. All I ever wanted was to go back to sea. But since I've come here, not one schooner is called at this accursed port. The only ship which is anchored in Khorinis is that blasted war galley of the king. And they don't take on anyone. So what else can I do? There's no work for me in town. I've tried everything.
You'd better get off the road.
Don't worry. I've already noticed that the wilderness out here has become damn dangerous in the last couple of days.
Bien. De momento está aquí todo por hoy. Si os ha gustado el vídeo, dadle a like, suscribiros, no olvidéis compartirlo con vuestros amigos. Y nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo de Gothic 2, donde empezaremos a hacer misiones en el monasterio. Me quedan un par de cosas pendientes que hacer por ahí fuera, pero bueno, vamos a ver si las hago. Mira, aquí está Milton.
I can hardly believe it. Are you really a paladin now?
Obviously.
If someone like you is with the paladins, then Beliar's thugs had better watch out. If you did in the sleeper, that handful of orcs shouldn't be a problem.
This is not only about the orcs.
I know, but it's still good to have you on our side.
Oh well.
What are you doing here in the monastery? Let me guess. You want to be instructed in the art of magic.
Perhaps.
I knew it. Best to talk to Marduk. He's responsible for you paladins. You'll find him in front of the chapel.
Bien, ya hablaremos con Milton. Espero que os haya gustado este vídeo y hasta otra.